गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। वेलकम टू सर्वप्रथम पाठशाला। आज की वीडियो में हम कुछ करंट अफेयर्स करेंगे फॉर फ्राइडे 1 May 2026। टुडे इज आल्सो द इंटरनेशनल लेबर्स डे। Starting with the global geopolitics, we have Iran's supreme leader Khamenei, who, remember, has still not been seen as in public since taking over, issued a statement going to protect the country's nuclear and missile capabilities, making things more tense. A senior official from Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps warned that any new American strike on Iran would trigger, and I'm quoting here, long and painful strikes on US possessions. Moving to Southeast Asia, we have the news from Myanmar. Myanmar state television has announced that detained opposition's leader Aung San Suu Kyi has been transferred from prison to house arrest, and this is significant. Is It's been over 5 years since 2021, and the military coup that removed her from power. Whether this signals any shift in Myanmar's political situation remains to be seen. And at the United States, Secretary General Antonio Guterres pushed back hard against the United States, saying the billions of dollars Washington owns to UN are, in his words, non-negotiable. Reports this week suggested that the US had placed conditions on releasing those funds, and the US is not having it. Now let's focus and talk about India. First up, we have the assembly elections results counting currently underway across multiple states for the 2026 state assembly elections. In Kolkata, the TMC staged a sit-in at a counting center alleging EVM tampering. The Election Commission has dismissed the charge, calling it baseless. On diplomatic front, Vietnam's President Tu Lam is scheduled to in visit India on a state visit from May 5th to 7th, and this is a big step in strengthening India's Vietnam bilateral ties, especially as both nations look to deepen strategic cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region. On the defense side, India is advancing plans to build a comprehensive multi-layered conventional missile force. We are talking short, medium, and low range systems, all under one integrated force structure. And finally, a science related or a scientific story. The joint India US NISAR Earth Observation Satellite has revealed alarming rates of land subsidence in Mexico City. Yes, Mexico City is literally sinking, and Nisar is giving us the data to understand just how serious the environmental risk is. Now let's move to tech society and a bit of law. First, we have Elon Musk, as he was in California federal court yesterday, and he testified that his AI company XAI partly used distillation to train its Grok model. For those unfamiliar, distillation means training your AI model on outputs of another AI model, in case OpenAI models. This raises concerns and questions about the intellectual property and, in the AI space, privacy. From China, we have a really landmark ruling. An appeal court in Hangzhou found that a tech company's dismissal of an employee whose job was replaced by AI was unlawful. In US politics, the Senate voted unanimously to ban senators, their staff, and chamber officials from participating in the prediction markets. Lastly, on a disturbing global note, Reporters Without Borders has released its 2026 World Press Freedom Index, and the findings are alarming. Global press freedom is now at its lowest point in 25 years. More than half of all the countries worldwide are now rated either difficult or very serious when it comes to condition for journalists. That is deeply troubling and such a deep democratic move. Now let's move to the slide number 5, which is International Labor Day. Now, observed in over 140 countries, May Day traces its root back to the Haymarket Affair in 1886 in Chicago, where workers were demanding an 8-hour workday. In India, the first Labor Day was celebrated in 1923 in Chennai, led by Mayapuram Singaleru Chettiar. And this year, the International Labor Day Organization has set the theme as ensuring a healthy psychological, physiological working environment. Given how burnout, mental health, and toxic workplaces have become global crisis, this theme couldn't be more relevant. In United States, May Day 2026 saw nationwide protest. Organizers called for a boycott of work, school and shopping to protest Trump administration policies and what activists describe as billionaire takeover of the government. Demonstrations were held across major US sites. Okay, that is it for our video. Let's see you in the next one.